welcome to our mini vlog.
Cikoneng Lighthouse, a beacon born of eruption and empire. On the western coast of Java, where the sea meets the land in a quiet village called Cikoneng, a tall white tower stands ward of the restless water of the Sunda Strait. To the casual eye, it may appear as just another old lighthouse, but to those who know its story, the Cikoneng Lighthouse is far more than a maritime structure. It is a silent witness to deafening forces of story, colonialism, and the cataclysmic eruption of Krakatoa in 1883. Before the eruption, Cikoneng in the age of empire. Long before disaster struck, Cikoneng and nearby Anyer were key points in the dark colonial maritime network. The Sunda Strait served as a vital sea lane connecting the Indian Ocean with Batavia, now Jakarta, and the ports of Southeast Asia. In the early 19th century,
bombastic side-eye,
century, under the command of Governor General Herman William Dendels. The Drug East Indies government built the Great Coast Road, a major colonial infrastructure project stretching from Anyer in the west to Panarukan in the east of Java. The road kilometer zero mark stood near the future site of the Cikoneng Lighthouse to support growing shipping activity in the region.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
The Dutch erected an earlier lighthouse at Cikoneng. This first tower played an essential role in guiding vessels safely through the busy and often treacherous strait.
Krakatoa ablaze heard around the world. Then came August 27, 1883, a death edge head into geological and human history. Krakatoa erupted with unimaginable violence. The explosion was one of the loudest sounds ever recorded on air, heard as far as Australia and the island of Rodriguez near Mauritius, over kilometers away, but even more destructive than the eruption itself was the tsunami that followed. Towering waves obliterated coastal towns, villages, and ports. Among the many structures destroyed was the original lighthouse at Chikoneng. Thousands of lives were lost. The, cross, the coastline was reshaped. The Sunda Strait, once a thoroughfare of trade and ambition, was for a time silenced by ash and grief.
2 years later, in 1885, the Dutch colonial government erected a new lighthouse on the same coast, not just to replenish what was lost, but to commemorate, to assert resilience, and to restore navigation in this crucial maritime corridor. The new Chikoneng Lighthouse was constructed using imported cast iron plates from Netherlands, engineered to withstand coastal weather and seismic activity. This thing approximately 80 meters high, a lighthouse consists of 18 floors and 286 spiral steps leading to its ladder front. It was outfitted with a first-order Fresnel lens, allowing it to project like more than 20 nautical miles across the sea, an advanced feat of optical engineering at the time. It is best a commemorative plaque was installed paying tribute to the victim of the Krakatau disaster. The lighthouse then was more than a beacon. It was a memorial, a statement of Dutch preference and resistance of control over the archipelago's maritime lifelines.
Strategic light in Southeast Asia. To understand the full significance of Chikoneng Lighthouse, one must also see it through the lens of colonial geopolitics. The Sunda trade was one of busiest sea lanes in the world, a bottleneck for spice, ships, cargo vessels, and later steamships carrying goods between the East Indian and Europe. Whoever controlled the passage held a key to regional dominance. In this context, the lighthouse was a tool of empire as much it was a maritime aid. It facilitated a trade, ensured safe passage for colonial vessels, and symbolized Dutch technological and political authority over Indonesian archipelago. Surviving time and transformation. More than a century has passed since its construction, and the Chikoneng Lighthouse still stands. It has survived the end of colonialism, the birth of the Republic Indonesia, earthquake, and modernization. Today, it remains an active navigational aid operated by Directorate General of Sea Transportation under Indonesia Ministry of Transportation. But it also a historical monument and tourist destination. Visitors climb its spiral staircase not only for stunning view of the ocean, but to retrace the step of history, to touch the cool iron walls forged in the 9th century, to read the memorial plaque, and to reflect on how human civilization respond to both natural catastrophe and the legacy of power.
Epilogue Lake that endures. Chikoneng Lighthouse is more than a lighthouse. It is a metaphor for endurance, memory, and transformation. It reminds us that lakes can emerge from ruin, that history is often written in iron and ash, and that the sea as much as its text also give us stories worth preserving. Here, where Krakatoa once ruled and emperors once ruled the Chikoneng League house continue to sing a quiet, steady league in a region shaped by fear, weather, and time.